This is Anything But Footy. I'm John.
I'm Michael.
And the new Chief Executive of British Athletics, Zara Hyde has stood down before even starting her job in December. After a meeting with the UK Athletics Board, new chair Chris Clark issued a statement saying, following the meeting I'd had with Zara to review the situation, we've agreed together that she will now not be taking up her position as CEO on December the 1st. Questions had been raised about whether she'd allowed her husband to coach women, some that could have been as young as 16, after he'd been banned from teaching as a PE instructor following inappropriate relationship with a 15-year-old schoolgirl. Hyde was coaching coordinator and vice chair at the Coventry Godiva Club between 2012 and 2017. She said her husband, partner at the time, never directly coached under-18 athletes following the incident with the pupil, which saw an exchange of inappropriate pictures, and therefore the club did not have to be told about his past. UK Sport, who fund British Athletics, had earlier called for urgent discussions, and Hyde is also on the board for Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games. They've asked for all the facts. So what next for British Athletics?
Look, this is just another unnecessary distraction, having also parted company with their performance director recently and less than a year away from the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics. On paper, it was a good appointment. Previous experience at the organisation. She was a former athlete, had experience as a CEO and leader elsewhere, both in sport and outside. But my view is that to be a successful leader in sport, you don't necessarily need to have that sport in your DNA. Competing and supporting is very different from running the organisation. And whilst I think former athletes do have a role when they retire from competing, for me it's time to cast the net a bit wider and look to business, look to the private sector and appoint someone with transferable skills who will get to know the sport in time.
And download our weekly Anything But Footy podcast for all the latest Olympic and Paralympic news, interviews and conversations. We're on Apple and Google Podcasts. Just search Anything But Footy.